quick question. When you get a new idea, when a new idea pops into your head, how do you have a validation process before actually taking action on that idea to make sure it's worth it or not? Do you have a vetting process? Does your team help you? I'm curious because, you know, a lot of us entrepreneurs, we get a ton of ideas. How do you know which ones are going to work or not? And to follow it up, do you have an example?
That's a great question. I have two processes. One is completely emotional, the other one is completely rational. There have been ideas a la the Askgaryvee show, where literally in one shot, though it's percolated a little bit, in one moment I go, I execute against the idea, and I let the results speak for themselves, and I can stop it. You know, for every time I look like a hero, where I make the first episode of Wine Library TV or Askgaryvee, and I say, we're gonna look back at this, and this was right, there's 7 other things I've done like that, which are floating in the internets, and we're gonna look back at this and be like, my first picture from Flickr. My first picture for Flickr. Do you have it somewhere? My first picture from Flickr, I drew out gourmetlibrary.com. Drew it. And I said, one day this will be one of the most iconic pictures in my life, or something like that. And it was because at that time, I thought I was gonna launch gourmetlibrary.com, and I knew that I was gonna build a $100 million gourmet business. What happened was I started Wine Library TV 2 months later as well, and that became the thing, and I never got around to really doing Gourmet Library. So I think that I've got that intuitive part. The other part is, like Wine Library TV, since really like March or April of 2005, I knew that I wanted to do a YouTube show. That it was gonna be big, that YouTube was gonna be big, but it took me until February of 2006 to start Wine Library TV. I knew that I wanted to do an e-commerce site in '94, but I really didn't launch it until '96, but really run it until '98. I know that I'm going to buy a brand one day. Puma, Snickers, you know, Pabst Blue Ribbon. But I'm percolating and learning for 10 years before that moment. So I have both. But Pat, really the answer is, it's very internal. I don't go to my dad or to Brittany and be like, hey Britt, what do you think? Like, I don't give a shit what Brittany thinks. Now that is either a strength or a weakness, sorry Britt. That's either a strength or a weakness, but I wanna give you the truth, which is I go very internal. I feel it with myself. I care, you know what's funny? It's not that I don't care what Brittany says as my consultant or teammate. I care what Brittany does as a consumer. I respect the market over my friends, my family, the people I respect, and even myself. And so I think the way to find out what the market's gonna feel and do is by giving them a chance to react to it. So I let the things that I feel the most bubble up, and then I execute against those things, and then I let the chips fall where they may. You found the picture?
The caption is so funny. One day everyone will know why this pic is so amazing.
Oh my God! See, this is so cool because look, I mean, obviously you're gonna put this stuff on. The so is very similar to show.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. One day, December 30th, 2005. Oh my God! This is literally, what's today?
16. The 16.
This is literally a decade ago. Yeah. Like 2 weeks short of a decade ago. There's a picture of the pasta I ate while I drew out gourmetlibrary.com. And one day everyone will know why this pic is so amazing. And I'm gonna tell you why this pic is so amazing. Though I didn't execute on Gourmet Library 10 years ago, and big shout out to Eric Kastner and John Kay, who were there with me that day. Even though I didn't, this date was the 2-week period. This was the height of the holidays. This date represents the day that I knew that I wasn't gonna be in the wine business the rest of my life. This picture really represents the transformation into what all of you have known me to become over the last 10 years.
Dirty bowl, so significant though.
I told you one day everybody would understand why this pic is so...
Right. I even like bookmarked it because we were in a meeting.
Because it's so amazing. That's cool. I'm a little bit emotional about that.